Hamilton, the one musical that my friend always loved so much. Hamilton is a sung and rapped through musical about the life of the American founding father, Alexander Hamilton, with hip-hop, rhythm and blues, pop, soul, traditional style show tunes, and color-conscious casting of non-white actors as the founding fathers and other historic figures. I know she loves every song of the musical, and I wanted to do something special for her birthday, which was in a couple days, that involves Hamilton. So I've decided to buy her a legit album of Hamilton, an American musical, so she can listen to it all the time. I went on eBay to find the album at a cheap price and in good condition, and I found a couple copies for a simple price of $15 or less. I managed to find one for $7 and bought it with free fast shipping, so it would be in my house in a few days. Thankfully, it would be right before my friend's birthday, so I could check the condition to be sure I didn't get ripped off before I give it to her. Once it finally came to my house, I opened the CD case, and I didn't know it came with 2 CDs, so I guess there are shit tons of songs in them. I checked on the conditions on the CDs, and they looked pretty good with a little bit of scratches, but I was sure they were playable on the CD player. The next day came by, which was my friend's birthday, and once I met her at a local coffee shop, I gave her the Hamilton album with a bow on top. She reacted with glee and excitement, and gave me a huge hug with an adorable sound of thank you from her voice. I was happy to give her the gift that she deserved for being a great friend. A few days came by and I was just relaxing at home until I got a phone call from my friend, which she sounded like she was scared and panicking. I asked her what was wrong, and she said that the album I gave her had been possessed by demons, which I thought she was pranking me, but then I heard some demonic chants saying Hamilton repeatedly through the speakers along with her scream. She was in danger and I quickly went over to her house to rescue her, but when I got there, she was unconscious on the floor along with the Hamilton musical CD case next to her. But then I heard a loud screech coming from the TV, which she was probably listening to the CDs through her DVD player. I took her out of the house and closed the door to be sure the sound wasn't coming out. I grabbed my phone and called 911 so I can be sure that my friend was okay. I didn't understand how this happened. She was just listening to her favorite album and then some demonic presence was possessed in it, and wait, what if that album possessed her? No, I'm sure that's not true. Well, I hoped it didn't. A week after the incident, I decided to visit my friend at the hospital to be sure she's okay. I was alone with her in the hospital room, which I remember the doctor telling me that she is okay, but because of the loud screeching from the CDs, she is slightly deaf. Thankfully, it wouldn't last long and that she would feel better in 2 weeks. I was sitting next to her, and I kept telling how sorry I was profusely in a quiet voice. I could have listened to the album before I gave it to her, so she wouldn't have suffered through this. This was all my fault. She then started to wake up, which I was happy because she was still alive, though she might not be able to hear me. She looked at me with a slight smile as I held her hand, while trying to grasp my tears inside. I knew looking at her eyes that she was going to be alright, until without noticing, I felt a sharp pain in my stomach. I quickly noticed the pain and looked down. What I saw was not only heartbreaking, but I was about to die. She stabbed me in the stomach with a small cutting knife, which I had nothing to say but sounds of blood started gurgling out of my mouth. I was shocked for what she did to me, but her words were demonic, and she started repeatedly saying, Hamilton, while she jams the knife inside of me more. I fell, and all the blood was spreading out on the floor, from my mouth and wound. As I was lying down, with my last breath before I drowned in my own blood, she comes up right on top of me, and whispers in my ear, Hamilton, forever.
Said that I was given keys to the city of your dreams. I'm more content to walk outside the walls and catch a breeze. I'm more inclined to climb on bio ride internal seas. I'm more alive to vibe inside a mansion full of trees. I do this for a reason that they can't pretend to glean. I lose myself infused in something more than what they've seen. I'm not a slave to greed.